It has come to my attention that you've been writing prolifically, with what I assume is some sort of female audacity. I'd have said it in person, but speaking is so rudimentary. So little girl, if I may, this email contains my commentary. As a man who graduated the year you were born, it's my place in this world to offer wisdom in form, to cajole out your best and offer some insight. See, nothing you've written is poetically right. I see you're part of this culture of empowerment, women drunk on some false sense of entitlement. A burden, I'm sure, dear, but alas, I'll persist in hopes that when I'm done, the poems shall desist. First, I'll admit my attention to craft is more writerly, and I hope you can understand advice given constructively. Feel free to use Google Translate. I speak predominantly figuratively. And no, dearest, these words are not meant maliciously. Rather, poet to poet, I'm offering you assistance, the sort you're familiar with that requires resistance. Let's not be coy. You read that poem about rape, if you don't mind me saying, a self-indulgent jape. Even if you were, say, telling the truth, there's no subtle acceptance of the brute. Horror and wonder of the seductory act, no ambiguity, it's also matter of fact. Would it not be more enticing to leave us all wondering who shagged whom and where was the blundering? Have you even considered you might be to blame? If you haven't, well, darling, it's really a shame. And if you think old Plath would consider it grand, let me explain what you don't understand. Her work confesses, but with poetic thwack, she's not just some young female poetry hack. There's others that I've linked to below. 5 female poets who, despite gender, manage somehow to write poems that stand up to a good old-fashioned read. See, dearie, it's a poetic education you need. All poetry is to be read in a flat monotone, a skill I really must insist that you hone. I find you, despite your best efforts, ironically unaffecting. What you need, sweet pea, is a little ruthless rejecting. I'm sure you naively think you disagree, but it's my poetic duty to impart what I see, and I hope you treat this email as such, not turn to friends to give your ego a crutch. See, this goes deeper than the confessional trope. You've gone and hung yourself with metaphorical rope. I'm not sure if you know what editing is for, but less, my sweet child, is invariably more.